Good day, buddies. Thanks for tuning in for today's episode. Here, we will talk about tiny queen ants. I know all ants are generally small. But, let's go down on some of the smallest. I caught some tiny queens just this month, after some rain occurred the past days. We have many queens currently on the channel like our Pharaoh and Nilandria Fulva queen, which are really prolific egg layers, and got a lot, and lots of workers now, considering they're just a few months old. Our Nilandria colony, which is trying to break out of their enclosure now, while our Pharaoh ants already hosted multiple nuptial flights on their short time of existence. The queens of this colonies are very small, but really productive. But let's set them aside for now, as the following queens I caught this month, that I'm going to show you are much more smaller. I mean, most of them are tinier than our Pharaoh and Nilandria queens. Also on this video, I will show you my dream ant colony, which I'm trying to have every nuptial flights. Just this month, I caught an alert that is a possible queen of my dream ant colony. I also caught a strange looking queen ant, though I'm not sure if this was an ant, but let's find out later on this video. Anyway, welcome to DColonyyt. I think most ant keepers prefer huge ants more than the tiny ones. Big factor is like they're easier to observe, and a lot more. But I hope this video will ignite your passion, and appreciate these tiny queen ants. Without further ado, let's meet our first queen, which is the biggest of them, measuring about 4.5 to 5.5 millimeters. Please drop a comment if you know the species of this queen, buddies, cause I don't really have an idea. She looks like an Odontopinera queen, but with a bigger gaster. I label her as mini Odontopinera, as she's too small to become one of them. I'm not sure if I already featured a queen like this before, cause I caught queen alerts of this species the past years. Unfortunately, I haven't raised a successful colony of them yet. If ever we succeed on raising this queen, seeing her workers will greatly help us on identifying their species. Anyway, let's move to our second queen. She's currently the tiniest that I caught this month, only measuring 2 to 3 millimeters. Meet our ghost ant queen. From what I know, this ghost ant doesn't go on nuptial flights, as mating occurs inside the nest, with their multiple allied ghost ant colonies. But that might be wrong, since I caught this queen outside wandering around. I observed her for more than a minute before catching her, but there's no single ghost ant worker around. So maybe this queen is from nuptial flight. Or maybe she escaped, or lost while her colony is moving to another location, which I also think is impossible to happen. Anyway, I will try my best to raise her, even though ghost ant queens are known to have a short lifespan. Time to move to our third queen, which is believed by some to be rare, which is also basically true, as in average I only caught 1 or 2 queens of this species every year. Meet our new Dilobocondla queen, another small ant only measuring 3 millimeters. The biggest possible reason making this ants rare is their tiny size and slow movements, making them hard to notice. Or maybe we don't look for them in the first place, cause we don't know they're just around. I always spot a queen of this genus on the ground. Fun fact, I never caught a single Dilobocondla queen with wings. In my years of ant keeping, I caught maybe more than 10 queen of this species, and all of them are wingless, and caught on the ground. I can't focus the camera, but let me just show you my 1-year-old colony of this same species. They have about 80 to 100 plus workers currently. The only tiny ants I have that's slow growing. And this is just their second test tube in their 1-year journey, 1-year-old and still on a test tube. Is that cool, buddies, or what? They're so gentle and forgiving ants. So keeping them only on test tubes for 12 months is very easy. You can just show them away when removing the cotton, and they will be running back deep in the test tube. They also like playing dead when being threatened. I think that's their defensive mechanism, as I also see the same ants in the wild doing the same thing. Their test tube is pretty dirty, but we're not giving them a new one. Cause on our next episode, we will make an ant farm for them. We don't have a chance spotting their queen in this dirty test tube. But I got a clip of her, when I caught her last year. Isn't she gorgeous? These ant species is one of the easiest ants to keep, to be honest. But first, after catching this queen, I thought I finally got the queen of my dream colony. But, after looking carefully, I found out that I have kept this species before. Speaking of my dream ant colony, let me show them to you buddies. Most ant keepers' dream colony are those huge species. Though I also have other dream ants to keep that's in big size. But the first on my dream ants to keep list is this microscopic Phtholies. I don't know the exact species, so if someone of you can identify my dream ants, or you have an idea to give me some hints, just share it in the comments. That will be greatly appreciated buddies. I fell in love with this ants, the first time I saw a colony of them in the past. What a great looking ants. Right buddies? They're so tiny, just about 1.5 to 2.2 millimeters in size. And I have never seen a large colony of this species, maybe just about a few hundred workers foraging the most. I spotted some colonies of this around my place, so I have a high hopes to catch a queen of this species, anytime soon. I lured them out using this piece of a chip. To give you an idea on how they look like. Based on my observations with colonies of this, I think they will greatly fit on a small tabletop ant farm. Which I plan to make, once my dream to keep them came true. And just a few days ago, I caught our fourth queen. Which I think a queen of this species at first. What do you think buddies? Her coloration and size is suitable to my dream ants, right? The queen is about 3.5 to 4.5 millimeters. But, the sad part is, I don't think this is a Phtholi queen anymore. After confirming under a lens, she's definitely more of a Tetramorium bicornutum. Anyway, while filming for this episode, this black crazy ant drone fly by the window, to inform us that their nuptial flight has also started. At the same time I also caught our fifth queen. Looks familiar right? Based on her appearance, she may belong to the genus Monomorium. Cause she looks like a pharaoh ant, and Trichomemex destructor queen at the same time. That confused many people cause of their same appearance. But what confused me now is she's too dark. About 3 to 4 millimeters. The dark brown to black coloration made me think thrice. So I'm not sure. Moving to our sixth queen. If ever she's an ant first. Cause when I saw her from afar, she really looks like a queen ant, so I took her. But she's too small, about 1.5 to 2 millimeters, that's confused me seeing her from distant. Under the lens, she's more of a weevil, or a tiny beetle. What do you think? If ever you know what this one called, just drop her name on the comments. Anyway, in this video I showed you my dream ants. How about you buddies? What is your dream ant colony to keep? Comment huge if your dream ants are big species, and comment tiny if their queen is as small as our featured queens on this video. Or you can simply drop their exact names. I hope our queens to be healthy, and will be able to raise their first worker on the upcoming weeks or months. Cause like this prolific queen, though she successfully lays eggs, and raised multiple larvas. One day, I still found her dead for some reasons. Thank you buddies for watching, and I just hope you have learned something from this video guys. Be a genie for the first time, by granting my wish and tapping the like and share button, that would help a lot. This is DColonyyt, saying goodbye. For now. But hoping to see you on my next videos.